Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole Nahid, and for those of you who don't know who I am an online and in-person fitness and nutrition coach, and I am here to always make fitness and nutrition as simple as possible for you guys. So today we're going to be calculating your custom calorie goals for weight loss. This is completely based on you, your body, and your goals. So if you're going to be following along, I want you to grab a pen and paper because we're going to be doing some simple math based on your age, your weight, your height, and your sex. All right, let's get started. All right, step one is to calculate your BMR. So BMR stands for basal metabolic rate. And what this means is basically how many calories you would burn if you were doing absolutely nothing all day. So if you were to lay in bed all day, not even eat, not even walk around to go to the bathroom, just be at complete rest, it is how many calories your body would naturally burn. So I'm going to give you guys a sample woman, Susie, that we're going to use here. She is a female. She weighs 155 pounds. She is 34 years old and she is 5'4". So I'm going to go ahead and plug Susie's numbers into this BMR equation that I have up on the screen. I want you guys to go ahead and plug in your actual custom numbers in here as well. You can pause the screen if you need to take a few seconds. So what you're going to find here is that Susie has a BMR of 1,388 calories. So that is how much she burns when she's doing absolutely nothing. All right, so step two, now that you have your basal metabolic rate, is to find out how many calories you actually burn in total throughout the day, including the amount of activity you are doing. So whether that's walking around at work or your workouts, whatever it might be. And how we're going to find this is through your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure. So basically, this is just an activity level multiplier. And I'm actually going to pop on screen the Harris-Benedict equation, which is going to give you a multiplier number for how active you might be. So for example, I'm going to say Susie here is a moderately active person. She works out about 4 times a week and she likes to go on hikes and walks throughout the day. And she does have a pretty active job. Let's say she's on her feet most of the day at her job. So I would consider her to be a moderately active person. So her multiplier, as you're going to see on the screen, is 1.55. So I'm going to take her BMR of 1,388 and I'm going to multiply it by 1.55 to get her TDEE of 2,151 calories. So the biggest and most important thing here is that you are very, very honest with yourself of how active you actually are. So if you do work out, let's say 3-4 times a week, but the rest of the day you're sedentary, maybe you sit at your desk all day for your job, or you don't really move outside of your workouts, you need to consider that you might actually need to drop a little bit in your activity level because you're not really getting much activity throughout the day, aside from, let's say, your 30 to 45 minute workout. So I'm gonna leave that on you to decide what is most accurate for you. I will say you don't have to be at exactly one multiplier or the other. You can be in between them. So if you think you're between, let's say, lightly active and moderately active, you can multiply in between those numbers to find what is most accurate for you. All right, we are on the third and final step, which is to determine your actual calorie goal for weight loss. So losing weight is a relatively simple concept. Really, what you need to do to lose body fat is to eat less calories in a day than you burn. This is a calorie deficit. You guys might hear this word quite a bit. It basically just means if you know how many calories your body needs to maintain its body weight, which is what you just found out from multiplying your BMR times your TDEE, that's how much calories you need to maintain your weight. Now you need to eat less calories than that in a day to actually burn body fat. So now we want to find out how many calories less you need to be eating in a day for your own custom weight loss goals. So a really great way to think about this is in 1 pound of body fat, there is about 3,500 calories. So if you, for instance, want to lose 1 pound of body fat a week, that means you're going to want to take that 3,500 calories and divide it by 7 days. What that's going to do is give you 500 calories per day. So if you want to lose 1 pound of body fat a week, that means you need to eat 500 less calories a day from your maintenance number in order to lose that 1 pound. So in the example of Susie over here, her maintenance calories was about 2,151. So if she was eating 500 less calories, that puts her at about 1,651 calories per day. Now that 500 calorie deficit number is actually quite a big deficit, especially if you are new to your weight loss journey. So if you want to ease into your weight loss a little bit slower to get the hang of things, what you can do is instead of doing a 500 calorie deficit, of which is 1 pound a week, you can actually do a 250 calorie deficit, which will put you at about half of that, which is half a pound a week. And this will allow you to ease in a little bit slower and get the hang of things before dropping into such a big deficit. So what I did for Susie is I took that 2,151 calorie number, which is her maintenance calories, and I subtracted 250 calories from that to get 1,900. So now that 1,900 up to that 1,650 number gives Susie a range of losing about half a pound to 1 pound a week. And I think it is a great thing to think about your calorie goals as a range, because this gives you a little bit more flexibility throughout the days and weeks to basically enjoy and eat the things you like and do it a bit more sustainably without being so obsessed about hitting an exact number. So as long as you're in that number of about 1,900 to 1,650, you are going to be losing about 1 pound to half a pound a week. And I do want to say one more thing, that these equations to calculate your calorie goals for weight loss, they are only estimates because we can only be as accurate as the assumptions that we are making about ourselves, right? So the best thing to do is to think about this first initial goal you've calculated for yourself as a trial and error process. Most of the time, the best thing to do is to spend about 3, let's say 4 weeks in your calorie deficit and actually accurately tracking your calories, weighing yourself, and seeing how things are progressing. If you feel like you're not actually hitting the progression that you were expecting, let's say you're losing no weight and it's been 4 weeks and you've been on your deficit consistently, then maybe it's time to consider that you need to drop just a little bit less, because maybe your body is actually burning less than you thought it was at rest, for example. So think of this number as a trial and error. Over time, give yourself enough time to see if it's working, and then if it's not, you can make adjustments to find what works for you. All right, you guys, you did it. You calculated your calorie goals for weight loss. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I tried to keep it quite simple, but if you guys have any questions about the topic, or if you need a bit more help, please don't hesitate to reach out, or you can comment below and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if there's anybody out there that you think would benefit from this information, definitely share it with them, because the goal here is to help as many people as we can to get accurate weight loss information. Aside from that, you guys can always follow me on Instagram for more tips, and I will see you guys next time.